So this is about a 2K trail. I'm going to try to punch this one out. It goes around a disc golf course. I don't know much about it. It's like a frisbee golf course. And we're following the red signs. So it should be interesting. So here's the Mikisew disc course. There are actually 18 holes. So if you're into disc golf, fantastic. I guess this trail is a hiking trail and a disc trail, so not maybe as rustic as the other one, or as nature oriented.
I don't really understand how this stuff works, but there's raspberries there.
Yeah, so I guess you stand here, excuse me, and then way off in the distance, I don't know if you can see the back there. Way off in the distance, you can see the metal thing. That's about all I know is you have to throw it toward it, just like if you were playing golf. But instead of doing golf balls and clubs, you're throwing discs like a frisbee. Here's a good view of the mesh thing I was trying to talk to you about. So you have to get your disc into that thing there to get points. How are we doing?
Good. I couldn't get those discs into those little things.
No.
And they give you the par for it. If you stand there, and it's way, way, way over there.
Chloe's pretty sure she could do it. If only she had thumbs. Everything is a challenge without thumbs.
So, this is a balsam fir. And these things, if you pop them, they have medicine in them.
Right, they're good for mosquito bites.
Yeah,
And
watch. Water will pop with my finger because it's going to be greasy, but watch.
okay.
See that? Mosquito bites, cuts, abrasions. That is antiseptic salve. And it smells amazing. It smells like Buckley's, basically.
I'm not sure if I would say Buckley smells amazing, but okay.
No, it's got that minty kind of a eucalyptus kind of a smell.
Yeah, you just think it's like a texture on the tree, right? This one not as much. This one has a bunch of healed ones. So you can see all those are healed ones that have just given out and popped, but
So if you like lean against it, you can get a little bit of second.
so this trail has quite a different feel, at least right now, than the other trail, the beginning that we got to experience. And here's some beautiful ferns. Just lovely. That's one type. And then right beside it is a completely different type of fern. Sometimes it's kind of cool to go through a trail and see how many different ferns you can spot, even if you don't know the names of them. Just how many different ferns you can spot, or how many different mushrooms you can spot, or how many different wildflowers can you spot. Lots of different things you can do on a trail to kind of either challenge each other or make an old trail new. And then of course, in a different season, you can spot different things too, right? How many different birds can you see? Oh, and there, I believe, is royal fern. It's a different fern again. Gorgeous fern. We got some beautiful. So it is the evening, so we're getting different light than we were this morning. It's a beautiful evening. It's about 25 degrees Celsius in the middle of, or near the end of July. Forest floor is very soft, very comfortable for my knees. Here's some baneberry. Would look like doll's eyes, hence the nickname.
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, good, how you doing?
Good.
So under this man-made boardwalk is a beaver dam. See all the sticks? The great thing about beaver dams is they create some amazing, as destructive as it is initially, it then creates some amazing habitat as it's going through its rejuvenation, from aquatic life to yeah, eventually farmland. Lots of waterfowl and insects, wildflowers, fish, yeah, frogs and toads and dragonflies and water lilies and all these different things. Pardon?
Ducks, geese.
Yep. Isn't it beautiful? So it looks like we've gotten away from the disc course. The discourse. Get it? Anyway, and now we've gotten into more of a natural habitat trail. It's getting a little hilly.
Gorgeous in here. Ooh, let's see. It looks like this is going to go.
Up we go. So here's kind of a steep little hill. Watch your footing. It's a little slippery too. I'm breathing heavy.
Wow.
Look at these ferns.
It's gorgeous.
What you get a smell of, baby?
If you pass this rock and then look back at it, it looks like it's melting.
The moss is sliding down the side. If you watch my other videos, I always say, turn around periodically and look behind you, or walk the trail back in the reverse direction sometimes.
There's got to be deer here. It's one giant field of poison ivy.
Uh-oh.
All of this is poison ivy.
And
There
we know
have to be deer.
we know deer love poison
I
ivy.
love poison ivy. It's good, less filling.
Somebody has to eat it. Some more beautiful ferns. It's getting kind of dark back in here. Hi.
We're going back this way.
Hi, let's go.
This way.
Let's go.
Yeah. There you go. She's hearing the echo of our feet on this hill and it's making her think of THUNDEF.
Let's go, baby.
Come on, Bobby.
Good girl.
It's just the way that the ground is all like,
Boom.
it echoes here.
We adopted Chloe. We adopted her in November 22nd, 2017. And we took her camping, because we camp every year. The first summer, of course. And she was afraid of everything. We couldn't even take her farther than like a kilometer on the trail at first without her getting scared and wanting to turn around. So she still has moments.
Careful.
Bracket mushroom. Whew. Skeeter just bit me right on my face. How rude. Tis the evening time for the mosquitoes to come out. And they are buzzing around my ears. So how do you know if a mosquito is male or female? The male mosquito buzzes around your ear and tries to distract you, while the silent but deadly female goes in for the kill and bites you to get the blood to feed her babies. So when you're complaining about the buzzing, that's a he. And when you're complaining about the biting, that's a she. Oh, did you get a smell?
Lee. Oh my god. A frog.
It's a little tree frog.
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you for showing us that little tree frog.
I don't think I've ever seen in person.
One on a leaf like that?
He's sleeping.
I've seen the gray ones. I've never seen
You see the that's a little tree frog sleeping.
I can't even stop and admire it.
He's like the size of a quarter. So here's some Indian pipe. It's a fascinating plant. Actually, it's not. Well, there's some discrepancy, but technically it's not a plant because plants use chlorophyll, therefore the sun, to get their energy. Where these Indian pipe, as you can see, they're white, so they don't have any chlorophyll. They don't derive their energy from the sun, they derive it from the soil like a mushroom would. Those mosquitoes, and we sprayed, but we didn't spray high, deep, or anything like that. So, it's kind of funky smell through here. Can't quite explain it. You have to experience it. You really do have to experience funky smells for yourself. So we didn't really get a good look, except over that boardwalk of the beaver pond. It was quite spectacular, quite large too. Haven't seen any recent activity that would say that the beavers are still here.
You can hear them eating under the bark. Ooh, listen, listen.
Cicadas?
Or those beetles.
Yeah, you can hear if the microphone is picking it up, but there's this. Okay, so continuing on back on the red line, the blue line continues that way, which we will hopefully do tomorrow morning. The part B of the trail, we're now going back on, excuse me, a shared portion that's red-blue. It's quite a nice trail. I was a little skeptical at first with the disc golf course, but it turned out to be quite lovely. Lots of different kinds of landscapes and terrains and up and down hills, some erratic boulders. some erratic mosquitoes. And we found a tree frog. She found it, right?
She found it.
I'm going to cut up some carrots and we're going to get this dinner started because I'm definitely behind schedule. That is, we cut some scallions or green onions.